It's Tuesday, September 20-something? 20th. Tuesday, September 20th, 2022. And this is Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here. I'm Allie O'Neill, and everything suddenly seems so unnecessary. Hillary Clinton said that Ron DeSantis sending migrants to Martha's Vineyard is literally human trafficking. And she would know. Just ask Jeffrey Epstein. Ooh, we can't. In response to the migrants in Martha's Vineyard, many local residents asked the Obamas to open their $12 million home to house the migrants. The Obamas said they would love to, except then there would be no room left over to fit their oversized egos. An Associated Press report claims Republicans may lose more independent voters this year. Turns out some voters don't like the idea of trying to overthrow the government by invading the U.S. Capitol. The U.S. Treasury recommends exploring the idea of creating a digital dollar because, as Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen puts it, some aspects of our current payment systems are too slow and expensive. But I can help her with some of that. See, what you have to do is stop trying to swipe your card when it tells you you need to insert the chip. Former soccer star David Beckham waited in line to pay his respects to the late Queen for 13 hours. Sources say his wife, Victoria Beckham, was too posh to wait in line with him. The West Virginia legislature passed a restrictive abortion ban this past week, though they did carve out exceptions for rape and incest. So basically, in West Virginia, it's still legal. In local news, a woman in Jackson, Georgia is being honored after returning the $543 she found in her KFC to-go bag. She's a better person than me. I probably would have just spent the money at KFC, partially to see if I'd find more money, but mostly because it's just good eats. In slightly less than local news, a truck flipped over on a highway in Oklahoma, destroying all of the women's sex toys it was carrying. In unrelated news, all supermarkets in Oklahoma have just sold out of cucumbers. Get ready to see more pickles for sale on the side of the road. My mom watches this show. I'm so sorry. An Indiana couple was forced to deliver their baby off the side of the highway while using 2 iPhone chargers to tie the umbilical cord. Sources say that Apple is now designing a new iPhone charger that will produce a 3D printed baby without all the mess of a delivery. It will, of course, be sold separately, will cost extra, and will not be compatible with any other Apple products. Jeremy Garnier of University City, Missouri, pled guilty to a misdemeanor charge of live streaming a terrorist threat while made up to look like the Joker. Now, I would also charge my guy here with being the worst cosplayer I have ever seen. He looks like a 5-year-old got into his mother's makeup. If I had time, I'd put on my Harley Quinn outfit and rip into this Joker wannabe, but I am on a schedule, so I'll leave this joke of a Joker with 2 words. Be better. A woman in Brooklyn was saved when her wig prevented a pellet gun bullet from striking her head, marking the first time in history that someone was grateful for having helmet hair. A determined food delivery robot named Connie went viral after rolling through the middle of a crime scene in Los Angeles. Sources say Connie was overheard saying, "To hell with this crime scene tape, I'm coming through. I got kids to feed and a mortgage." Good for her. An elderly driver accidentally drove into a Trader Joe's in Castro Valley, California, injuring 8 people and sending food flying off the shelves. As a result of the incident, sources say Trader Joe's will rename their Fearless Flyer newsletter to Fearful Shoppers. Few things make us at Sketchworks NewsBrake as happy as to send our quest... Dude, I can't read what you wrote. Why do you write... Few Few things make us at Sketchworks NewsBrake as happy as our quest to send correspondent Tim Millard on a wild goose chase across the United States. Here's his latest report as he travels across the country to bring you the sights and sounds and stories of America.
I'm at this rest stop along Interstate 20 in Lugoff, South Carolina. I really don't understand why you all sent me out here. There's really nothing to report on. That said, I will say the hand dryer in the men's room got my hands really dry, so 2 thumbs up for that. For Sketchworks NewsBrake, I'm Tim Millard.
This past Sunday, 2 powerful earthquakes struck Taiwan. President Biden announced the U.S. will protect Taiwan if attacked by natural disasters. Or was it China? The U.S. will protect China if attacked by Taiwan disasters? I don't know. Biden mumbles so much I can't really understand half the things he says. And I wasn't really paying attention. I've been kind of distracted. A flurry of medical headlines this week. Drinking tea may help lower your risk of developing diabetes, while eating fish can help those with diabetes live longer. Eating walnuts helps keep people healthy in old age, but drinking soda pop will increase your cancer risk. Having COVID-19 increases your risk of getting Alzheimer's, but Biden announced the pandemic is over. And monkeypox cases in the U.S. have decreased, but non-Hispanic black men are still at the greatest risk. Copy that. I'll be there first thing in the morning. This is when I would typically do a running gag about my love for gummies, but I need to go edit all of this right now because I just got called into work. Also, I really want to get back to reading. So, that's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. We'll be back next week. We hope you are too. I'm Allie O'Neill, and I am not what you see and hear. Also, tonight, 8 p.m. on Fox. Go watch The Resident, and then stream it on Hulu or wherever you can stream it multiple times. Talk about how much you love The Resident on Fox on social media. Get it picked up for another season so I can keep having a job. Please, The Resident on Fox. Tuesdays at 8.